Hey everybody, it's Sean Michael Lewis, and today I've been really wanting to share something. Been thinking about this for most of the week, and a lot of it comes back to obviously this week. The week is it's February 18th today, but earlier this week there was a mass shooting in Florida at a high school. I actually grew up right next to that area, and it's just been growing up, I've experienced a lot of these different types of shootings and things like that. And, from Columbine when I was actually in high school all the way up until now, and just seeing this, and, this is not a political rant at all, but, what I notice in a lot of these situations is these are kids, mostly young kids. I mean, of course, there's adults, and that's a whole different psychological area when they get that old and feel compelled to do something like that. But it makes me think, like a lot of these kids seem really out of place, really out of connection. And, it really hits me because I have a young daughter now. And, she's obviously, but I mean, we've seen this in elementary school, so it kind of hits home every time this happens. But, it's very important to think about, when we kiss our kids goodbye, and, you should never, as a parent, have to worry about, are they going to be safe in a public school or private school, wherever you send them. But what this really made me start thinking about is, and this is truly from the heart, this is, like I said earlier, this is not a political statement, this isn't anything like that. I mean, this is just, life's about choices, right? And as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, we make choices to get up every day and do what we do. And, a lot of successful entrepreneurs, they never fit into society, and that's where I think, as entrepreneurs, we really need to be focused on mentoring the next generation, mentoring young people. Even on my staff, we've got a lot of awesome young people, and they're great kids. They fit in, maybe they didn't fit in, but whatever. They do amazing work, and they just need to be led, not managed. They need to be led. And I think that's where, I really want to put a call out there that we need to be empowering and educating and mentoring the next generation, because this is something where, a lot of kids go through tough times. They have issues with their family, they have issues in their personal life, they're bullied, they're picked on, and none of that is an excuse to ever do something like a mass shooting or something like that. But if we're in a position of power as successful entrepreneurs, even if you're semi-successful, even if you make money, or not even a lot of money, but you make a living doing what you've always felt you believe to do, this is a chance for us to reach out and really educate people. I believe schools are failing the next generation, especially with technology and the way things have changed from when I was in high school. I think, entrepreneurship, running your own business, being able to do something for yourself is not really taught. So I really think it's the business community that could actually help compel and teach more areas like that. So this is really just a kind of a starting point. This has really kind of upsettled me a little bit just thinking about it this week. And there's a lot of blame going on, blaming this, blaming that, blaming whatever. And quite frankly, that doesn't really matter. We can blame all day. Of course, when something bad happens, we want to blame somebody. And that's like, as a business owner, hands down, that is not an even semi-appropriate approach. So, today I just kind of want to start this conversation. I want to see what you guys are thinking. How can entrepreneurs and business owners and people that are just self-successful, how can we help, troubling youth, troubling individuals that just need guidance, need leadership? Maybe it's an opportunity, and it's, I've taken a lot of gambles on young people when I've hired them. And most of the time, if they're led the right way and they're not just sat in a corner and given projects and told what to do with no direction, they just have to have the right direction. They have to see, if they work hard, where can they go? And I'm not saying, we're not going to eliminate bad situations like this, but, being part of a solution in one small part could prevent somebody from committing suicide, from a mass shooting to whatever. We don't know. I mean, but I think the more of that we do, the more people we can influence. And then the whole point is, these young people will grow up and do the same thing, and that will just continue to multiply. There are millions upon millions of businesses in the United States, and a lot of times we just go through the routine hiring process. I think this is something we really have to start thinking about. How can we mentor somebody? If you're watching this right now, are you mentoring somebody young? A lot of my clients are restoration clients, right? How are we mentoring the next generation? How are we, taking some young technician that maybe dropped out of high school, got their GED or not, and it's just getting by hourly to make a living. How do we take that and make that person the next big leader in our company because they do have the skill set or whatever? And it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be any type of business or organization you're part of. But, it just really breaks my heart to see, there these kids that, just some of them near graduation, getting ready to start their life, and it's over just because of a bad decision made by somebody. Maybe they just didn't have, you just never know. You never know how you can impact somebody's life. And maybe you could work with somebody that's amazing and they still make bad decisions. It's not on you, but at least you tried. At least you're making a difference in the world and making a difference. So I just want to encourage you guys, my business, I'm going to continue to put this in focus as we continue to grow and just pay it forward, pay it back, and just uprise and bring up the next generation of leaders. So one day we can retire and have the right people in place, to take over and do great things as well. So anyway, just wanted to put these thoughts out there, see what you guys are thinking. Love to hear, again, not blame, but what can you do as a business owner? What can you do, whether you're a one-man show, 10-man show, whatever. What can you do to make a small impact in your local area of the world? So hope you guys are having a good weekend. Again, it's personal from the heart. Just wanted to get it out there, and I'll probably be revisiting this and talking about this more. This isn't anything for publicity. This is just, being honest, putting it out there and wanting to have a conversation with some of y'all. So hope you guys are doing good. Have a great weekend. Bye.